have to deal with these feelings. Shawty hate it, but she know I'm not. Shawty hate it, but she know, baby.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. I'm Shavana, and in today's video, as you can see, we're outside again. I mean, honestly, it's technically summertime now, so we're gonna continue to be outside. That's just the vibe. I love outside. I love being in nature, and I love the sun. So this is probably what we're gonna be doing for a while, until it lets up. But today I want to talk about just showing up. This is something that just came to me in general, but I wanted to talk about just showing up because there are going to be times and days and moments in your journey where you don't feel at your full capacity. You may feel like you're not ready, like when fear may be taking over and things like that. Throughout my process and throughout my journey, I just realized that we're human. You're not gonna always feel ready. You're not gonna always think you're ready. You're not gonna always be able to be at your best. Whatever you have at that day, in that moment, in that point in time, is your best. That's what you have at that moment. So that's what you're gonna have to give. And I've been learning to just show up in those moments. A lot of times we could be self-sabotaging, and you may believe you're not ready and keep telling yourself you're not ready. The whole time you're ready for that exact moment, that exact situation, and you know exactly what to do. We can psych ourselves out of a lot of things because we'll try to convince ourselves that we're not who other people think we are, when in reality you are that person. That's why they think you're that person. You're that person, that's why they think you're that person. So the entire time you're trying to tell yourself, I'm not who I think I am, you are exactly who you think you are. You're whoever you think you are, because it starts up here. If you show up, you're trying to psych yourself out of something by not showing up, but if you show up, you might just show out. You might be trying to convince yourself that you're not enough, and self-sabotage whole time you're more than enough. You're beyond enough. For real, you might be too much. You might be too much. You just might be too much. That will lead you, and could possibly lead you, to a space where or an opportunity. It could lead you to an opportunity by just showing up. And that's something that I had to practice and get in tune with, because for a long time I was allowing my emotions to just constantly take over. It's like, okay, I'm not feeling up to it. I'm not feeling good enough. I'm not feeling okay. I'm not in the mood. And now that I look back, it's so many situations and opportunities that I allowed my mood and how I was feeling to dictate my actions. And it's like, that's how people end up in jail. That's how people's lives end up fucked up, because they allow something emotional, something temporary that only lasts more than 30 seconds if you let it, to dictate their entire world. And that leads a lot of people astray. That leads a lot of people into bad situations, because they're doing things based off of a feeling, a mood, an emotion, and that's never a good idea. You have to think, you have to be logical, you have to understand that actions have consequences, and actions also have reactions. So if you're not controlling yourself, you don't know who's not going to control themselves right along with you. There's so many ways and things you can avoid if you think before you act. It's alright to feel some type of way, especially being disrespected, because a lot of time people react because they're being disrespected. But I truly believe people need to reflect on how they react when they're being disrespected. People cannot respect you on a level they don't respect themselves. Me personally, I always lead with respect. Why? Because I'm respectful. That's just how I am. A lot of people don't respect themselves, so they can't give you what they don't have. To acquire something, you have to have it already for yourself. So if they don't have any respect for themselves, they damn sure not gonna respect you. But I'm learning that just showing up is more, a lot more, way more than enough than not trying at all. That's another excuse, that's another way of saying I'm not gonna do this, that, or third because of some imaginary possibility that could possibly not happen. That's why it's a possibility. But everything in life is a possibility. So if you stop following up on things, doing things, taking action based off of possibilities, you'll never grow, you'll never change, you'll never move in life because you're not willing to take a risk. Everything in life is a risk. Everything comes with a cost. And before you do anything, you have to be willing to take up whatever it costs. Like, you have to be willing to take whatever it comes with. Now, I just look at life like, if at any moment, because we never know when our time is up. So if at any moment my time came anytime soon, would I be satisfied with the decisions I made? Did I try enough? Did I jump on enough opportunities? Did I let things fall through my fingers too many times because out of fear, out of regret, out of disappointment, out of self-sabotaging, out of all these negative things? Did I allow myself to let my emotions or my mood or my energy dictate more than it should have? I truly believe these are questions we need to constantly reflect on and ask ourselves. Like, are you happy? Like, do you have what you want in life? I also believe you should ask, do you have what you need in life? After the needs are met, what do you want? Like, what do you desire? Where do you see yourself? And it doesn't have to be 5 years. It doesn't have to be 10, 20 years. What do you picture for yourself? Like, what kind of life do you want? What kind of life do you desire? What fuels you? When people start asking themselves those questions, the hard questions, it leads you somewhere in your path. Because now you're asking the right questions. You're guiding yourself to your purpose. Because all those answers are already inside of you. You just asking them is bringing them to the surface. That is power. It starts with you. It starts with self. So when you're asking yourself these questions and you're reflecting and it's a mirror. When you're mirroring back to yourself, you get this different kind of understanding, not only of who you are, what you are, where you are, but who you're meant to be. That's where we should all aspire to be. In a space where you can understand that you may not be exactly where you want to be, but because you know what you want, or you have an idea what your purpose is, you know where to go. These questions act as a guide to lead you to your success in this life. And you just want to be in a space where no matter what's going on around you, you don't allow it to keep you stuck to the point where you're not making your next move because of external factors. You never want that. There's a lot of opportunities. I'd say most opportunities in life have to be taken within like 30 seconds. And if you don't take those 30 seconds to truly jump on that opportunity, you'll lose it. And those are those moments you don't get back. And that's where regret comes from. Because you didn't do what you knew you should have did in the moment. That's the word. You didn't do what you knew you should have did in the moment. And when you don't do what you should have did in the moment, that's where regrets come in. It's no point. Why would you regret something if you could just do it now? Just do it now. Just go for it. Just show up. Do it now. Then down the line, later in life, you won't be sitting there talking about all you regret, all you wish you coulda, woulda, shoulda did, because you did it. So just do it and just show up and show up in whatever version of you feel comfortable. And you don't owe anyone an explanation to that. Just show up in a way to where it makes you feel good about who you are, and you're at peace with yourself, with how you went into that situation, because you did it for you, not nobody else. So that's why now I've learned to put this all ties together with being present and being in the moments, because a lot of times if you're not present in what's happening in front of you, you're going to look back and be like, dag, I should have said this, dag, I should have did this, because sometimes you're not 100% there in that exact moment, if that makes sense. It should make sense, but those who get it. Just show up, be the best version you can be that day. I don't want to say the best version of yourself, because we have great versions of ourselves we haven't met yet, and in order to show up as your best self, you have to be willing to show up, period. Because like I said, just showing up, you could be in a space where you might not want to be there, you might not, you're not in your comfort zone, you're completely uncomfortable, but just being in that space is creating a better version of you. It's new, you're growing. Change comes with growth. You're doing something you don't naturally or usually do, so you're gonna grow from that. And when you grow from that, those are the spaces where now everything's an opportunity. Now you're flowing through things, moving through things, because you know that without that version of you can't grow. It takes strength, it takes power, it takes accountability, it takes resilience. It takes for you to decide, just okay, enough is enough. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to change some things. And all that really matters. That's my advice. Just show up. And whatever version of you need to be in that moment, or however you're feeling in that moment. But also don't forget, a feeling is a feeling. That's it. It's just an emotion. It's not real. I don't want to say it's not real, but it's not that deep. It's not that serious. It's not real. I say it's not real because it's all in here. Everything starts in here. So whatever you believe you achieve, whatever you believe is going to be your reality. That's going to be what's in front of you. So the moment you believe things aren't working out for you, the moment you believe things are going bad, the moment you tell yourself these things, that's what becomes of your reality. So just show up. Even if you think things are gonna go a certain way or be a certain way, just show up and see, because you never know. You never know. That's it today for my video. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next week.
Everybody feelings, I don't wanna have to deal with these feelings. Shawty hit it, but she know.